Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 1985 Jeep CJ7. So it's a customer's car. He bought it from the original owner with 33,000 miles on it. It's been completely gone through. There's probably isn't anything on here that's stock other than the body itself. There's going to be too much that I'm going to be able to try and get to. So mostly what I'll do is try and cover the some of the modifications. So you can see it's got a bead lock on it. It's got brand new Goodyears on it. All the hardware, all the bolts, all this stuff is obviously new. You've got rigid lights here. You have a rigid light bar up top. You have a slider. The entire interior bed has got, it's been bullet lined, which is a kind of a step up from rhino lined. Super nice. So you've got suspension on it. You've got an upgraded rear axle. You do have front and rear lockers on it. You've got dual rear exhaust. You have worn bumpers in the front and the back. So this is a swing arm. You've also got a trailer or a tow hitch on the back. There's the back of the swing arm. If I open that all the way up, so you've got and what are these? I forget the name of these. They're river or something tail. I can't read it because my eyes suck. So anyways, you have that's a high intensity light, same as that, and the same as the headlights, so the headlights are upgraded. In the back, you've got, in order to open the back, you've got these two clasps here. You swing those up like that, and then it drops down. So you can see, I mean, it's all new. This hasn't been, basically it's got 700 miles on it. It's never been wet, it's never been in the rain. You've got a sub there. So it's super clean. It's got all kinds of modifications. It's got a crate engine in it, so it's got a Summit Racing V8 in it. Yeah, it's got headers on it. All that stuff is new. You can see a full-size spare tire. So a custom spider cage, which has been built specifically for this rig. You've got a Bimini top. It's a mesh. And then also we've got a hardtop for it. So you can see the condition of the car. The interior door panels have all been customized. This upholstery was matched to the leather interior, which were all, and you'll notice there's no door handles. So those were removed. You open and close your door from the inside with a popper here. I'll go over that in a minute. You can see the chrome inlays. He left the original, so this has got the wiring harness in it for the popper and the speakers. So this is, this is a clip down here. This will detach. And so these doors are completely removable, which is nice. Paint's super clean. I mean, of course, what you would expect. You've got, these are, I think it's JK latches. As I mentioned, the trail, or the, what is it? It's truck. No, I can't read it. My eyes suck. Anyways, HID lights. You've got a Warn winch with remote on it. So the engine compartment, I'll show you. So you've got an aluminum radiator. You do have AC set up. It is not wired into the cab, so you'd have to add that. The console for the on the interior, but it is set up for that. You've got an Optima deep cycle battery. You can see everything in here is new. So that's a Summit Racing. It's got racing internals. It's got a bunch of stuff. It was tuned and internally built by a local racing company. And the details, I'm not, so these are nice. So these just drop up here, and that's a click like that, and that's in a position. The details I'm not familiar with to go into them and talk about them accurately. They are listed in our site though. So again, the door panel, all customized, no door handles. You do have power windows. The power window switch is in the center console. You can see the upholstery is all new, perforated leather, really nicely done. And again, the entire tub was taken apart and bullet lined, which is nice. So B&M shifters, you do have a transfer case. In this, as I mentioned, you have front and rear ARB locker with the ARB compressor. It's gonna get noisy here in a minute. Okay, so that's a beast of an engine. So inside, stereo, power window switches, power source, USB. So it obviously sounds good. All the gauges work, so your voltmeter, what is that, transmission, temperature, oil. You can see 790 miles on the gauge, full tank of gas, wipers, fans, so just to show you that the wipers work. Turn signals work. So the indicator there, over here, water temp, brake release. I mean, pretty straightforward. So as I mentioned, so this door here is going to pop that open. That's how you get in and out. You've got a trickle charger. Down here they left the interior of the glove box unfinished. There's your remote for the Warren winch. Kind of thing. So you can see, I mean, the dash, the roll bar, the steering wheel. You do have a tilt wheel, which is nice on this. So I mean, you get the idea. It's definitely meant for business. And you do have a lock key, and you have a lock switch down here to get the ignition out. Anyways, it's a beast of a car. It's been very well done. Oh, you know what I should do real quick? Let me show you how the windows work just before I get out of this thing, so you know that they do work. So the window switches are here. So you just hit that, up goes the window. So pretty nice. Not going to find a lot of power window switches on 85 Jeeps. So anyways, there you go. Got a monster stereo in it again. Popper gets you out. I've got a bunch of pictures of the undercarriage. I don't know if you can see much of it, but it's all new. You know, no rust. Everything's been heat shielded underneath. Really clean, super nice. There's been a ton of money. I think it's about $130 that was spent on this thing to get it done. So you probably couldn't. Well, I know you couldn't. We're asking, I think, in this, what are we at, 75. So anyway, super nice rig. If you have questions or would like additional information, please feel free to call us. We can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.